What is up? It's Jordan from Buy 9 to 5 helping you say goodbye to your 9 to 5. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm actually going to go in. This is something I haven't even planned yet. I haven't planned what I'm going to show you. I'm literally going to kind of do research along with you, which I thought would be kind of different and fun. And the theme of this video is because I'm actually getting married this weekend and also then leaving to go on the honeymoon to Jamaica for about a week and a half. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And so before we get started, as you guys know, Tube Monetization and Automation Program have been talking about moving it from $247 up to $497. So I'm going to be waiting until I get back from Jamaica. So I have a countdown timer there on the sales page. If you click the link down below. So you have until I get back from that to get in for $247 before I move it up to $497. So go ahead and take a look at that, and that'll be your final warning there. All right, so let's get into it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into YouTube, and first of all, we're going to look at top 5 weddings. So I'm going to type in top 5 wedding, and let's see what kind of things pop up here. So top 5 entrance songs, top 5 wedding camera, top 5 wedding dresses. So let's look at that one. And by the way, this is like the research most people don't do. So, most people are like, I'm going to do motivation or I'm going to do, relaxing noises or whatever. And a lot of people do that because they just don't feel like doing the research or they don't have the time to do the research or whatever. But if you're not doing this research and finding the opportunities, you're probably not going to find success on YouTube. So you need to be doing these things. So. And then not only are you looking at kind of what they're doing, but you're also looking at how they're putting the video together. So top 10 most expensive dresses in the world. That sounds like an interesting topic, right? So we'll go ahead and let that load up real quick. And just look at all the things like all these different things that are going on. Bride is getting married in 5 hours. Yeah. Okay. And then blah, 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 blah. This ad is too long. Okay. So then we can look at kind of what they're...
So it's no surprise that those with cap price between 100.
So again, it's just commentary, right? And then it's showing the most expensive dresses in the world. So obviously, you have Google, right? So it's really easy to Google this and be like, oh, top 5 most expensive dresses in the world, then show pictures of it, and then, kind of read a few things about it that you find from Google. Really simple to put that together. So let's go ahead, keep going here. Top 5 wedding camera. Oops. Top 5 wedding camera. All right. Let's see what's here. So, yeah. So what's cool about this is top 4 budget cameras for wedding photography, right? So that makes you rank where you wouldn't before. Because if you just do it's not different. A wedding camera is not any different than any other camera, right? So a top 4 camera, right? If you make a video on top 5 cameras or whatever, right, you're not going to get that many views probably because there's so many videos of that. But when you say top 4 cameras for wedding photography, now you're going to rank high, right? Because not that many people title it for wedding photography, right? So that's just a really smart way to go from basically being on page 50 to being on the top. So that's a really good example right there. And that's why I wanted to do this live with you. Not really live, but you know what I mean. To kind of just show you my thought process on some of these different things. So top 5, I want to stay away from, I guess we can do songs and just see kind of what videos people are putting together. Because if it's just actual plain songs, it's not a good idea. Okay, so they just do a clip of like 15 seconds. So if you keep it within 15 seconds, you're within fair use, and then you just commentate over it. So that's kind of how you get around those things. Like if you want to do top 5 movies, top 5 music, stuff like that, what you have to do is you have to actually use like 15 seconds of it. So that way it can't get claimed because you're inside standard fair use, and then you can just talk in between the clips, right? And then break it up, right? So that's how you want to do that. So let's go ahead and go top 5 honeymoon. So, and this is something that we actually did a lot of as well as watching these videos. And in a second, I'll tell you something else that's cool. But, so top 5 places, honeymoon places in the world. So, we'll find travel destination. Okay. So, that's pretty cool because 7.9 thousand views and it's ranked like 4th, right? So that's a really good indication of what's possible.
Vegas is an ideal place for newlyweds looking for an action-packed
So as you can see there, they only have 479 subscribers. Let's take a look at this channel. 7,900 views here. And so as you can see, they're struggling a little bit, but they have had a few videos take off, right? And so it's all down to the ideas that you're doing, right? So maybe when they were first starting out, they were doing videos that weren't a great opportunity, but if they kept going with it, they could definitely make it into something. And plus they're using, if they used a human voice, that'd probably help. They're using an AI voice. So like this one right here, same thing. And so let's go ahead and look at best honeymoon. So last time I did top 5, and now I'm going to do best honeymoon destinations in Mexico. We'll take a look at this. Top 10 best all-inclusive resorts in Mexico. 73,000 views on this. So why does this have more views? Probably because it's more pinpointed, right? So if some people are like, I want to travel to Mexico for mine, right? Then, they're going to type in best honeymoon destinations in Mexico. Not only that, anyone who types that in, there's probably not as many videos on Mexico as there is the whole world, right? So because of that, you're more likely, so as you can see, yeah, you can see right here, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5, 6, 7, yeah, like 7 videos on that. There's only like 7 videos on honeymoon destinations in Mexico. So that's why these videos are doing so well, right? So look, I mean, even this one has 425 views because the thumbnail I don't think is great, and it's ranked 3rd, okay? So now let's go best wedding entrance ever, okay? And then we can take a look at this. I think that might be from a movie. But yeah, so you guys get the point. Greatest wedding in the world. I don't know what the heck that is. All right. And then worst wedding. So you can also type in worst wedding. So that's another idea. And really quickly, I want to let you know about bestchange.com. Oops. bestchange.com. So bestchange.com is an awesome sponsor of ours. And so I've been really getting into e-currency lately. And so they're a really helpful program. So if you want to get exchange rates for several hundred reliable exchangers, it equips you with all the information you need to select the best exchange to transfer your money. They've been in business for 14 years. So if you want to see, I want to give Dash, I want to get back Zcash, what would that be? You can do lists, you can do popular, all those things. You can see what's doing well currently and all of those sort of things. So if you are interested in e-currency like I've been doing lately, there's no reason at all why you should not be using bestchange.com. So I do have the link down in the description for that, but I love using it and you guys should use it as well. And so what I've been doing, so if we go ahead back to best honeymoons, right? And we go ahead and look at like the description here, which is really cool. They have 73,000 views on this with only 5,000. So as you can see, I mean, best honeymoon destinations in Mexico. How do we find that? We found it from the search, right here. And then what you do is you dive in and you look at the opportunities. So you're like, okay, if there is a video that's literally ranked 3rd and it barely has any views, but the videos above it have a lot of views, then that is a good opportunity. And then you look at the competition and see, so I mean, this is a really good keyword. This is a really good thing to make a video on. And then you can look at, Caribbean and like all these other different places. But anyway, once you find, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find one right now, but if you find a resort, like for instance, when we chose what resort we wanted to go to, we had a list of like 5 or whatever, and then what you do is you just naturally go and you actually search for that on YouTube, right? So if I wanted to, when I go to this resort, I could, because there's only going to be a couple videos, like people go there, right, but they're not going to do a full review on it most of the time. So if I wanted to, I could take my camera there and I could record everything, because you want to see a walkthrough, right? If you're going to go pay that much money to go somewhere, you want to see a walkthrough of it, what it's like, all that sort of thing. But not that many people go there, right? So there's not really going to be any videos on it, but a lot of people are going to search for it. So what I could do is take my camera there, make a full review on the resort as a whole, put it on YouTube, and over time, and it's going to be an evergreen topic because that thing's going to be there for a long time, and lots of people are going to search it for a long time. So it may not take off, get tons of views on day one, but over time, I'm going to get a lot of views on it if I were to do this, which I'm probably not. and get a lot of views over it over time because, people are going to be searching it all the time. There's not really going to be any competition. So once again, think about things in your life that are unique that you either have or that you do that you could easily make videos on that would be interesting to people and not be much competition. So just a little interesting thing I wanted to do here where I kind of do research on a certain topic for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, get a little idea of my thought process when I'm doing these sort of things. So the more you do this, the more you'll win. So if you're not doing this, you're probably not doing well on YouTube. And if you do this a lot, you're probably doing well